Hello, today is Tuesday. I am actually on my plan time right now. Yay. I have about 15 minutes till lunch. So, yay. I have been working on getting stuff ready for our state testing. So, because of the fact that I teach special education, we do have tests that have to be proctored in either small groups or one-on-one. So, we actually have quite a few different proctors who will be helping us for this coming test. So, I believe I just counted, I think I have 19 proctors just to cover the number of students that we have. And so I'm putting a little packet together for each of those proctors. Again, some of these could be subs that we have. Some of them are like our counselors. Some of them are specials teachers. And then, of course, myself and my paras are, of course, going to be part of that. So I can't show you everything because some of it does have some stuff on it that you won't be able to see. But this one is our behavior expectations for our assessments. So each one of them will get one of these. And then I have our main testing schedule that is for each grade level. So we don't test the same thing on the same day on each grade. So they need that. So I give them a copy of the main schedule just so that they can see it. Even though I actually give them a copy of the schedule of what they actually just need. So the next thing, I can't show you names. I have my main list that has what everybody's, all my kids who are needing some kind of accommodation and what they are. So I have a main list of that I will have, and then I will also give it to my main para just so that she also has a copy of that. Then on each one of them, I will show you here. So again, this is the main sheet of all of the testing and what they do. So at the top of this, it has who this person is testing, but then this shows just that grade's testing schedule. That way they will know what their testing schedule is and they don't have to worry about what everybody else's is. Also, you can see here that they have an open day. That's because some of the grades, 5th and 8th grade, take a science test and the others don't. So on that day when they have an open day, if we can, we're going to see if they can test somebody else. So I make 3 copies of each one of those. So I make a folder for each of them to have one. I make a folder, a binder is what I keep that has everybody's information in it. And then I leave one here in the classroom. I do have a sub who will be here in the class. So if a kid says, oh, do you know when I'm going to get tested? Well, they might be the 3rd one on the list. So they can see, oh, well, so-and-so already left, so you should be next. So that way they have that information. They do understand that it is private information that cannot be shared. Again, if a kid asks, am I next? They can share that kind of information. But that would be it. So I have each one of those for all the people. I have one that is my testing person who is going to be doing a small group, and then she has 2 individuals after it. So that one, I realized it was going to be more than 1 page, so I'm going to format it a little bit different in order for it to be easier for her. So we shall see. That one might be 2 pages, but I was thinking about doing the whole group and then doing the 2 others on a separate page with those schedules. But she will actually be testing everybody except for 6th grade. So she will have 4th, 5th, 7th and 8th graders in the room at one time. And again, they're not all testing the same thing at the same time. So we have it down. One of my paras usually does that. And so this specific person who is doing it used to be a special education teacher, so she's great. So as soon as I explain it to her, she'll be like, oh yeah, no problem. So it's not a big deal. She'll get it. She'll understand. But basically you just have to tell the directions to this group and then tell the directions to this group, and the other one just has to wait. So not a big deal, but it's just something that we have to get done. So, but yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. And today my students had a career fair and the librarian had put that on. We actually did a little thing where they had to come up with questions that they were going to ask the people at the career fair, and seemed like it went really well. And but that did kind of put a wrench in some of the plans that we had. But hey, special ed, we always go with the flow. So we just had to change some things up. I do have for tomorrow, we were going to do it today. This is just a paper that has a story, and they have different colors that they have to highlight the answer in. So that way we get ready for testing that we need to go back and make sure it's actually in the reading and not just something we're making up. Today for math, we're going to do an elapsed time worksheet. So this is going to be interesting to see if the kids can get it. So this is my answer key. So Darcy started making finger puppets at 4 o'clock. 3 hours later, she finished them. What time was she finished? So it'll be fun to see if they get it. There are some that go across 12 hours, or across the 12 o'clock. So that one's going to be interesting to see if they get it. We're going to do this together because I don't think that, especially like my 4th and 5th graders, I don't think they can do this alone. I really don't think my 6th through 8th graders can either. So we're going to do this one together, but then we're going to do more worksheets with it later on that they'll be able to, I want to see if they can actually do it. So we shall see, and I will try to record it. We'll see. I did a video, of course, earlier about me doing our correct sentence corrections. So I did a video earlier about the sentence corrections that we did. It's the first time I think that some of them saw the title of something. Again, it might not be the first time they've seen it, but they haven't seen it in a long time. So I did that with them as well, just because I wanted to make sure that they understood what they needed to do. So yay. So fun day. And again, this is day 2 of this week because of the fact that we are going to have a Friday because it is Good Friday. So this week we're still doing 4 days, but we're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's throwing the kids off a little bit, just because they're used to, okay, wait, today's the second day. It's Wednesday, but it's not. So whatever. So we will make it through this week, and then we will have Easter. And after that, we come back and we have 1 day until we start our state assessment, which is called the MAP here in Missouri. So we will start MAP testing next Wednesday. Hello, today is Thursday. It's like a Friday for us because we're off tomorrow because of Good Friday. So it has still been a 4-day week because we went to school on Monday. So today we've been going over the MAP testing tools, which the MAP test is our state standards test, and we will be doing that next week. So the kids have been practicing just content, but also how to use the tools because I want them to feel comfortable with what they're doing. Today we did a booklet on test taking tips. So most of them did pretty well on that. So that's a good thing that they know the correct test taking strategies. And so really we're just gearing up for the testing, and it's going to be a crazy week next week, but we will be fine. And then the week after that, we will still be doing testing. So really, it's only 6 days of testing. So on Tuesday, we'll just have a regular day, and then we'll have our MAP testing assembly at the end of the day on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we will do testing. Then the next week, we will have a PD day on Monday, and then we will do testing on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday is our makeup day. So It'll be crazy hectic. I don't know how often I will be able to get on, and it might actually give me more room and more time to get on. So we shall see. A lot of times, since they do get me a sub for the day, I can actually work on some stuff afterwards. So that's really, really nice to be able to take that time and go do what I need to get done. So that's hopefully I can work on some progress reports and get some stuff done ahead of time so that I can finish out my year strong. So yeah, been a crazy week. And so thanks for following along.